For activity 13.2, we're going to be graphing data. There's a lot of information for you to read. It's going to show you the type of graph. It's going to show you steps to create each graph and then the purpose of each graph. So go ahead and read through the first 2.5 pages, then go to the app that is linked and figure out which of these graphs match the example in the app. Then for each type of graph, you want to ask a question and then you want to answer your own question. So in 13.1, when you do the problem solving, the statistical problem solving, one of the things we often skip is we collect our data, we have a nice visual, a nice graph of our data, and then we stop as teachers. So it's important for students to interpret the graphs. So asking a question or having students ask a question about the graph is an important step that we cannot skip. So I gave you one example. Go ahead and come up with your own questions. And then what I'd like to do is just for the circle graph is describe how to do this. Technology can do this in one step, but let's say you have to do this by hand. There's some made up data right here about the people's favorite type of coffee shop. And the first thing we're going to do is find our total. So 20 plus 5 is 25, plus 15 is 30, 40. So now we have 50. If we want to find a percent, we're going to do a fraction, 20 over 50, and then times 100. Then we'll do 5 over 50 times 100. We'll do 15 over 50 times 100. 10 over 50 times 100. So let's see, this should give us 40%, 10%, 30%, and 20%. When you add them all up, it should add up to 100%. Now, these numbers are made up, so they're nice. There's no decimals. But you want to round your decimals in a way, or write for a repeating decimal, put the bar over the repeating part, because you want to write them in a way so that they do add up to 100%. And then you can do the same for degrees. Degrees is what you need to actually make a circle graph. So we'll do the same fraction, the 20 over 50, but now we're going to multiply it by 360 degrees. The other thing you can do is if you take 10% of 360, that would be 0.10 times 360, and then this would be 36 degrees. So either way works. And of course, when you add all those up, they should add up to 360 degrees. It's not asking us to actually make a circle graph for this, but if you did, you would draw your circle, find a center, make a line out, and then use a protractor and actually measure these degrees to get an exact circle graph.